Good afternoon, everybody. This is Sarah Smith coming to you from Aotea Square, where we had the NZLM Election Day special today. And I'm now walking down Queen Street. I might go on the sunny side, get me some vitamin D, because I'm going to go down Queen Street and just see how many businesses have shut down. And I'll take you for a little walk and we can discuss the day as well and how it went. And at the same time, who knows, there might be someone that wants to speak to us about the elections. It is October the 17th, 2020, if you are watching this somewhere in the future. And it's a historic election here in New Zealand, if you're watching from overseas. And I suppose it's historic in the sense that, well, it's 2020 and it's been a corona year, coronavirus hit, and we're looking at the Labour Party potentially getting a majority vote, which for any freedom-loving patriots is, well, who knows, it might not be such a bad outcome, but it could be worse if they got the Greens in. Okay, here we go. Here's our first empty shop. That looks like it was a food outlet, and then we've got another food outlet next door. So two. I'll try and keep a tally. There's number 3. If I lose count, I'll go and put the numbers in at the end. Hey!
Go in.
Oh, they don't want to talk to me. Being told to go away. Alright. So, it's quite busy down here. Election day, Saturday. Gorgeous day, sun shining. Now Queen Street, for anybody who's not familiar with Auckland or not familiar with New Zealand, is the main drag in our biggest city. And yeah, so we're literally in the CBD. Just coming to see how many businesses have been affected by the lockdown. Okay, so there's staff wanted. So this place looks like it's shut down too, because it should be open on a Saturday. And there you can see all the COVID propaganda and more inside there. Yep, so, well, we've still got drinks in the fridge. Who knows? It's pretty quiet anyway on a Saturday. And there, they look closed in there. That Eco Travels, yep, they've shut down. So what's that? We're up to somewhere about 5. I'll try and catch this light. So yeah, we had the New Zealand Liberty Movement event from 12 till I think about 1:30 we went to today. And it was supposed to be a fun, music-filled, family-friendly, shared lunch kind of party atmosphere. That was the plan, but would you believe it? There wasn't a single musician or single DJ that was willing or available to play. Now, whether they were just all busy is one thing, but I actually think after they found out, well, some of them actually said after they found out what we were standing for, they didn't want to be a part of it. Oh, and even McDonald's is closed. Gosh, you know, business is bad when McDonald's has to close. So, and this branch is permanently closed. There you go. Thanks. Yep, the banks are closing. It's not a good sign. Oh, and there's another one, Green's Health. They've closed, empty shop. Wow, this is not looking good, folks. Something coming new soon. Not sure what will be in there, but it's definitely empty. It's a big space. Flagship retail space for lease. There's another empty space. Wow, we must be almost at 10 already. And even the money exchange. I would have thought the money exchange would be open on a Saturday. Curious. Yeah, so back to the music. With Bob Marley. Who else? Lauryn Hill were we listening to? All these freedom fighters. Music is just so much about freedom and truth. And yet, here we go. Here's another one. Restaurant closed. And not a single... Well, yes, it turns out we did have one brave soul. Noah Peach. Amazing young girl. 19. Just, came on board at the last minute and sang 2 original songs. Amazing girl. Amazing lyrics. Unfortunately the setup wasn't quite suited, but she sang her songs, and we'd love to have her back. Just incredible. Originally from the Coromandel, and she's against the lockdowns. She was personally affected by the lockdowns and just felt moved to come and share a couple of songs with us. And what a pleasure it was. Here we go, folks. This is pretty much, I'd say, the main intersection downtown. Queen Street, Victoria Street intersection. So you've got the banks there, ANZ. And you've got Starbucks. Starbucks doing very well, I'd say. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise to me, actually. I would have thought there would have been more musicians or DJs that would want to support what we were doing. But it shows you the fear and I don't know, it's just ignorance or just not necessarily understanding the issues. But yeah, people don't want to be associated with truth, freedom, liberty, and that's a shame, because music is powerful, and it moves our soul. If it's the right type of music, it can really stir us up and get us to do the right thing. So maybe that's just something we can look forward to in the future, and just really work at finding some true freedom-loving musicians. Oh, there's another shop up there. If you can see that, where it says just police behind Mojo's. So still people wearing masks out, even though we're in level 1 now in Auckland, New Zealand. There's another one, police. But all in all, not too many masks going on. Good to see people out shopping, spending money, getting the economy moving. So if you are a business owner and you support freedom and you're not happy with the way lockdowns have gone, then please do reach out to Mothers Who Stand for Freedom. Oh, lobby temporary closed. Now I don't know if that means what that means. Just the lobby, or oh, there you go. Okay, so one looks open. Stand for Freedom are a group of mothers who stand for freedom. And they are wanting to support local business in Auckland and anywhere in New Zealand by doing interviews with business owners who are ready for lockdowns to end and no longer be an option as a response to COVID. So if you or anyone you know has even been affected, maybe your business isn't even operational anymore because you just couldn't manage, like it wasn't feasible, please get in touch with them. And they're on Facebook, and they will be more than happy to have an interview and get your business a bit of airtime. There's another empty shop. That one looks like it's closed down too. Cashmere Company. Gee, I've lost count now. I'm going to have to go back and do it at the end, folks, because yeah, it's a bit hard to keep track and talk and walk. So yeah, Mothers for Freedom, get in touch. Also, you know, if you're a naturopath or even a doctor, or if you're an expert in any field, if you're a teacher, we really want to hear from you and hear your stories about how the response to COVID-19 has affected you, your children, your business, your elderly parents, anybody. It's about the honest truth. It's about being real about our stories and how have we all been affected and who has been affected. Because this is a story, these stories are not going to be covered by the mainstream. So, yep, get in touch with Mothers for Freedom, Mothers Who Stand for Freedom at mothersforfreedom.org.nz. And they can help you out there. They're a group, they're like-minded mothers who felt a growing concern with the ripple effects of lockdowns. We've noticed how lockdowns are affecting the social development of our children, how they are impacting the mental well-being of Kiwis, how our current direction is unsustainable for small business owners, which we believe will have a grave long-term influence and leave a crippling debt for future generations of New Zealanders. We've taken it upon ourselves to ask the hard questions, undertake the required research and share our findings with the nation. Our goal is to ensure our children grow up in a democratic, truthful and safe environment and are nurtured to enjoy the best childhood they can. We are truth seekers and truth speakers. We are apolitical and do not back any one particular party or candidate. We see through the narrative being spoon-fed to us through the mainstream media and the Ministry of Health. Our eyes are open. We are standing together and searching for truth. We believe in honesty and transparency. We believe in shining our love and light for all to see. Mothers Who Stand for Freedom call on mothers, fathers, families and those without children to stand under the banner of standing for freedom to save humanity as we know it. Stand against the harms of lockdown. Stand for transparency in government. Stand to protect our Bill of Rights. Stand to protect our Constitution. Stand to protect our medical freedom. Stand to protect our freedom of speech. Stand for a fair debate on the government's response to COVID. mothersforfreedom.org.nz. And you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, BitChute. If you'd like to support the organisation, you go to Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/Mothers for Freedom. So just give that little intro there in case you haven't heard of that group. You're doing amazing work. And as I said, you know, today it's a historic election. We're the election right before the American elections, and the world has been watching New Zealand to see which way we go. Are we going to follow the CCP influence, or are we going to strengthen our ties with America and the UK? And just over the last couple of days, Boris Johnson has come out and said that it's going to be a Brexit with no deal with the UK. So there you go, they're going to go out and do their own thing, which is phenomenal. And they're not going to be beholden to the EU. So in our elections today, we've got the National Party, which is kind of the centre-right, and then you've got Labour, which is centre-left, but I suppose a lot of people probably would say they've moved quite far left in recent years. And even National is kind of moving more to the centre and has actually alienated a lot of their traditional conservative base. There's another shop for lace. So we're almost at the bottom. So we'll just do a loop round and jump on the other side of the street and see what's happening over there. Another one. So I did this recently in Newmarket, and one criticism I got was, well, the shops are just closing. The criticism I got was that the shops are closing because a new mall had just opened in Newmarket, in the 277 Westfield Mall. Well, this one's closed too. Nespresso, there you go. They're closed. So, mind you, I think someone will be able to point it out to me, but is there a new mall downtown here as well? I know they were building something at one point. J. Arden. It's very, that company just reminds me of Jacinda Ardern. That's what I think of when I see that. But yeah, so this is the bottom of Queen Street. So we'll go back up. Now, yeah, because the warehouse used to be there on Little Queen Street. Yeah, I don't come down here often enough, but I think there might be a mall that's opened up down there. So whether that's had any effect on the Queen Street shops, I'm not sure. Excuse me. But yeah, so you've got the big names down here, the big luxury brands, as you find downtown in any big city. I wonder how they're faring. Their doors don't look like they're going to be closing anytime soon. Not sure what's happened here. There's a new boutique opening soon. Got my MAGA hat on again, and I'm still happy to say that I haven't had any abuse. It's a conversation starter really for anybody that feels the same way more than anything. There's another bank that's closed. We will be closed for Labour Day. Okay, maybe they're not closed, they've just got some renovations going on. So I wonder if there's anybody interested to speak about the elections and how they're feeling. Might try and do some little box pops. Okay, here we go. And then there's another one there. 2 freehold retail investment units. So yes, we've got Labour and National. Then we've got obviously the Greens on the far left. And then we've got ACT on the right, and we've also got the New Conservatives and Social Credit. I don't know where exactly Social Credit would sit. And then you've got the Outdoors Party, they're another minor party. You've got Maori Party. And you've of course got the New Kids on the Block, NZPP, Advance New Zealand. There you go, just Kevin, looks like they've closed down. And then another Macpac's gone. There you go. So there are a number of empty shops on Queen Street. Who else? Who have I missed? Yeah, so you've got a few minor parties. It's kind of the election of the minor parties, I'd say, because I think a lot of people have been disenfranchised from the big two, you know, big red and blue, and it's becoming more and more evident that there isn't actually that much separating those two parties anymore. And anybody who's even just done the slightest bit of research knows that, yeah, it doesn't change much between those two. You just have to watch over the years. Labour takes on Nationals policies and vice versa. And we certainly know the influence of the United Nations and the globalist agenda to implement the Sustainability Development Goals. And ultimately, those are being rolled out under the guise of climate change. I think this place looks like it's closed as well. So, and now you've got COVID-19 is another perfect Trojan horse to implement their transhumanist one world government. There you go, there's another one. And what you've got is even Gordon Brown, the ex-UK Prime Minister, coming out saying that COVID is now a great reason why we need to initiate global governance and a one world government. I'm pretty sure he actually even said one world government. If you go to the Otago Daily Times, he's quoted in there. So, look folks, it's not even a secret anymore. You know, they have to come out in the open with their agenda sooner or later. And they've done a massive hit job calling us all conspiracy theorists. And you know, I tend to agree with the Corbett report, James Corbett. It's time that we own that term. We know there's a conspiracy going on, and we all like to theorise about it. So, conspiracy is just a couple of people getting together, coming up with a nefarious plan to hurt people. Well, you know, do they even have? Yeah, well, I suppose they do. If you commit conspiracy, you do want to harm. And I suppose just the definition of harm. I suppose you could swing that any way you want, because what harms somebody benefits somebody else. So anyway, I digress. We all know that the term conspiracy theorist was created after the JFK assassination by the CIA to dismiss anybody that was questioning the official narrative, and they've just rolled that out for anyone who questions the official narrative. Here's the Sky Tower, Auckland's symbol. Such a gorgeous day. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired after the event at the square today. We couldn't find an MC, so yours truly decided to give it a whirl. It's been a long time since I've done any public speaking. It's been over 15 years. Oh look, there's a mask. Now, the question is, why if we're living in a global pandemic with a virus that's so fatal and lethal, why are we able to just leave masks on the floor like that? Like, why do we not have special disposable units up and down the street? You know, there's COVID on there, ready to just jump out and get anybody that walks past. So, I mean, it's just things like that, you know, it's just common sense things. I it really was that dangerous, there'd be special depository stations, but there's not. So, and we know it's all a scam. Well, yes, there might be some virus floating around, but we know that it's not as lethal as they're trying to tell us. So, here we go. Don't want to miss that. That looks like another one that's shut down. Yep, they're gone. So how many more shops are going to close before people in the mainstream actually just say enough is enough? Because all these businesses, the majority of them are just small business. We've temporarily moved online. See, you can't tell me that this business is actually planning on coming back. I mean, I'd be surprised. I mean, I know that they're obviously a chain, but I'd say if they've gone, they've gone. So behind every business is a business owner, is a family, generally, of some sort.
Hey, I'm coming now.
So this is people's livelihood that we're talking about. And the thing with the left that I never really understood when I was part of the left is that they actually despise even small business. And we're talking about mum and pop, as they say in America, mum and pop businesses who, you know, they're just like people wanting to make a living, people wanting to survive and provide humans with things that we need, and sometimes things that we want. We don't necessarily always need everything, but so I mean, how can you really not care about those people, or how can you wish that? How can you not want those businesses to stay open? I just don't understand. So it's really important for people to understand. You know, I mean, yeah, there's the corporations. We all know the international conglomerates that go around eating up all the little businesses. I'm not talking about those businesses, because we know that those corporations are run by the same people that influence government. They're the same people that are running the big pharma. You know, they've all got connections. They're all connected to the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission, and, you know, and media too. The 6 big media corporations. Cheesecake is closed down. Premium Cheesecake, or Uncle Tetsu's. And there's the ice cream shop. That ice cream shop was actually really good. No, it wasn't that one, but that one's gone. But the Italian ice cream shop, where's that? Maybe we've already passed it. Oh, I think that's down there. Don't even know if it's still there. But yeah, so we're not talking about big business, and we're not talking about crony capitalism either. But capitalism is worth fighting for. And capitalism run correctly, there's just nothing that compares. I don't know why anyone would want socialism or communism, with big government just taking more and more of your taxpayer money. So there you go, folks. Election day down here in Auckland City. Just done a walk up and down Queen Street to have a look at all the closed shops, and we're back in Queen Street, back in Aotea Square, sorry, to round off this video where we started today, where we met again for the New Zealand Liberty Movement, having an election day special, and we had some good speakers, Damien Dement and Laura Jane from Mothers Who Stand for Freedom, yours truly giving her first speech, and what else do we have? We had Faith Joy and Elliot the Calais. So it was a bit of a mix, you know, and it was all non-political. So it wasn't a politically motivated, or it wasn't, you know, no one was No one was talking about votes or looking for votes or telling anyone who to vote for. It was just genuine freedom fighters wanting to be coming together to stand for what's right. And you know, for me, it was a big part of just acknowledging all the people that have been coming out every week to support the movement over all these weeks and months. So we've been going since May the 16th. You know, we've been going for a long, long time, it feels. And you know, it's just good to acknowledge everybody and the hard work that everybody's put in, and just the commitment and the bravery and the courage. So anyway, folks, I might leave it there, but that's a quick look at Queen Street. And yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of a rest for a few weeks, I think, and then we'll be back here in the square on the 7th of November for anybody that wants to come and join. And we'll see, because this movement obviously needs to carry on far beyond the election, and we'll give it's gonna be interesting to see what comes out in the wash. Really, it will be. Yeah, so sorry, my thoughts, you know, I'm a bit scattered actually at this time of the day, because it has been a big day. It's been a big night, been a big few weeks, because as all of you know, those who know don't sleep. The dark ones certainly don't sleep. They're constantly at it. A few firecrackers or something going on down there. And yeah, so I mean, God always wins though. That's the thing. You know, good will trump evil, and it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And we've all got our part to play, and together we will be victorious. So until next time, everybody, have a good afternoon. And yeah, we'll see you on the flip side when we see what this political landscape is going to look like. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.